All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Code It Live. I'm your host, Sam Basu. This is the .NET Dev Show. It's Thursday. It's our .NET Day, right? So, welcome, and I hope you're having a good day, good Thursday. Let's get started. I think we got some exciting stuff yesterday with .NET MAUI. If you are new here, I tinker a lot with Xamarin, .NET, and .NET MAUI, and a little bit of Blazor here and there. But let's dive into .NET MAUI and see some of the goodness that came out yesterday. I actually have not played with any of the bits. You're going to see me tinker. And then I also want to start some migrations. I've written a lot of apps for Xamarin, many of them like demo apps, but they're all sitting on Xamarin Forms, so I have not migrated them yet to .NET MAUI because we didn't have all of the UI, we didn't have all of the runtimes, but I think we're getting close where things are coming together, so maybe it's time to start our migrations, okay? So let's get started. You are looking at my desktop. Yep, and this is a OneDrive shirt. I'm a fan of OneDrive. All right, let's get on with .NET MAUI. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is start with checking out what it was that was announced. So yesterday they came out with Copper Beardy is here. Hello, good friend. So that is Iron Man's car. I wish it was my car. It can be if the pricing and the availability works out, but that is the e-tron GT, which is a electric super sedan. Not maybe quite as fast as the Tesla Model S Plaid, but it kind of comes with the Audi quality and all that, so I'm in for it. We shall see. But good to see you, Copper Beardy. Good to see you. Okay, so we have, and I don't know, Copper Beardy, you've been tinkering a little bit with .NET MAUI. I think I saw a tweet or two from you. Exciting times. Things are starting to happen. I have been on this train from very early days, and I've seen a lot of breaking changes, but things are coming together in terms of tooling. On the Mac side, we are still waiting. So you're going to see me pull up Visual Studio for Mac, and VS for Mac is actually going. Oh, you're looking at MAUI Blazor, Copper Beardy. Yeah, I'm big time into MAUI Blazor. I'm excited about Blazor on desktop. Let me see, it's Thursday. Sometimes my chat highlighting doesn't like to work. Let's see. Yeah, it is working. Yeah, that's Copper Beardy, our good friend. Yeah, we're excited about MAUI Blazor because what it entails is it lets you come as you are. .NET MAUI is going to give you the runtime, the bootstrapping of your app, and then gives you that WebView 2, the web browser component. And on top of that, I mean, it can also be WK WebView if you're running it on Mac. And then it's just a web canvas. You can run Blazor, you can run React, Angular, SPA, whatever be your jam. So yeah, exciting things with MAUI Blazor. And all of this is going to come to fruition in November of this year. So good times. Let's see. Doesn't look like I can cancel out of what's being shown. So Copper Beard, you might be stuck on my screen for a while. Maybe the whole show. Yeah, it's a good face to be stuck with. Yeah, it looks like my my chat highlighting thing is going a little bonkers. We'll refresh that for a second, see if it fixes it. There, come on. Okay, we can get started while it's refreshing. I hope it comes back. So I'm using something called Featured Chat, with a lot of you may have seen. It has its on and off days sometimes. It just helps kind of bring out chat messages that you want to highlight. And looks like it's a little hosed. So, hey, Aaron Stanley King is doing a test. Hey, good to see you, Aaron. Yeah, I'm happy to pull up your test chat message if I can do anything with my highlighting. Let's see. Okay, now at least it goes away. Yeah. Okay, so we'll see how that highlighting works. So be careful. If I do highlight your chat message, you might be stuck on my screen for a while. Okay, so back to MAUI. So Preview 6 dropped yesterday, and along with it, so this is kind of technical, like deep dive into performance. But dotNET 6 Preview 6 dropped as well, because like dotNET MAUI writes on it. So this is Rich Lander and the dotNET team. They put together this blog. See, it's July 14th, just yesterday. This is a relatively small release, but they did some work with the emulators and also like some of the workloads, which we'll talk about for MAUI. These are the workloads that they are trying to improve the CLI tooling for, how you search, uninstall, repair workloads, and looks like more hardcore stuff that I'm not into, but this is important. Code gen and a lot of performance metrics and numbers. So yeah, take a look at that if you are hardcore into .NET, the guts of it, if you may. But this is enabling us to go do .NET MAUI 6 on top of it. So a few changes, and again, like I said, I have not updated the bits yet. You're going to see me do that and see what breaks. And also I can start moving some apps over. So they have what's called the MAUI check, which is still out there. And I think Dave mentioned here, this is David Ortno, who's a good friend, PM for .NET MAUI. The MAUI check tool will be maintained, and it gets into some of the nitty-gritties of how your system is set up in terms of all the SDKs you need, emulators and Xcode and stuff like that. So it looks like that is still going to be maintained going forward, but the workload things are getting much more love here. So you can just get the MAUI or MAUI Mobile, MAUI Desktop for comparability. When you talk about MAUI Blazor, now you can just get MAUI Desktop. So you don't care about mobile, you just care about running it on WinUI and Mac Catalyst. So these things are coming together, and so let me bring up their sample app. I think I have it somewhere here, maybe, yep, MAUI samples. So essentially, Jonathan Peppers, yep, they did do that commit yesterday. So this is what I'm talking about. They have all of these workload installers, right, for getting .NET 6, Preview 6, getting all of the IDs for each of the installers that you need. So MAUI, Android, MAUI, all of this stuff. You can get all of them individually or just get it all together, right? So .NET Workload install MAUI will get you all of it, right? So let me do a check, because I don't think I've done the SDK check command here. All right, so let's do .NET. Can you list my SDKs? So I have the last one, which is Preview 5213, right? So then if we do a .NET SDK check, I have not run this command before, .NET SDK check. Ooh, doesn't like it. Hotfixer, one of his dependencies, it doesn't like it. Okay. Do I need extra bits to even run that command? Maybe. So let me do .NET workload install, because the workload installs do work. So this should get me all of this stuff, which includes the .NET runtimes. Hey, Aaron Stanley, that's nice. I think you're talking about the workload installer. Yeah, let's see. Let's see if it actually does what it says it will do. Workload install MAUI, go. Okay. What you do? Fail to install manifest. No. Why? A tvOS doesn't like it? Oh, you know what? Something David mentioned in his blog, which I might have to check on, because let's see, native alerts, single project things. See right there, it says Xcode 13 beta 1 is now the minimum requirement for iOS and macOS. Which, let me check if I have it. Xcode 13, I have 13, but I don't know if I have beta 1. You have seen me install Visual Studio while on stream. I don't think I want to install Xcode on stream because that's like a 8-9 gigabytes download. Okay, Xcode. Oh no, we are on 12.5. So I can try doing it here, but let's see if MAUI check can fix it for us. Okay, MAUI check. Oh, updating to version. Okay. So we just need to update them. So the MAUI tool itself got an update. All right. .NET tool update MAUI check. All right, that's good now. Now we can do .NET MAUI check. And by the way, you can do --dev to get you the dev branch. But let's stick to stable. Okay, OpenJDK, I have it. Visual Studio, I have it. Android, doing a check. Oh, what is it missing now? It is, oh, Xcode 13. See, it's not installed. Okay, so let's see if this can actually pull it down and get it. Remember, we are on the bleeding edge, playing with bits that are just out as of yesterday. So we shall see. This might take a little bit, but it's getting preview 6.213. Password, okay. Oh, this is because it's installing Xcode. And while it's doing it, I can show you the app that I was thinking of moving over from Xamarin Forms to MAUI. Okay, a lot of... oh, these are all the workloads. Sure, go ahead. Go right ahead. So these workloads are essentially when we install Visual Studio, it gives you, instead of giving you the kitchen sink, it gives you a choice of what you want to do. Like, are you doing web stuff? Are you doing mobile stuff? So these are the workloads that's going to power each one of those types of dev environments that you want to set up. And we're just getting them one by one through CLI. Aaron is saying, I love watching your streams because you hit all the issues for us. Yeah, thank you, Aaron. I am happy to be the, what's it called, like, I'm drawing a blank on like the test chicken type of thing. Yeah, I hit all the issues. Guinea pig is the word I had in mind. Test guinea pig. Okay, now see, Aaron, now you're stuck on my screen because yes, guinea pig. I cannot get your chat unselected. This tool is really having issues, but we shall give it another reboot to see if it fixes it. And maybe I should stop highlighting messages for today. It's Thursday for the tool. It's having a day. Alright, get done with the workloads already. But again, we chose to do MAUI, which is going to get everything. What? Please read errors and correct them. What is the error? I think it got everything. No, what are you complaining? Where's there? So it's gotten preview 6. Xcode 13 is the one that it does not want to install by itself. Makes sense. Okay, all right. We will look at Xamarin Forms and come back, but in the meantime, we are going to do the unthinkable, which is getting Xcode. Fine. Yeah. Where is my update? No, I don't want the license. How do I trigger an update? Reality Composer. I have not checked what that is. Okay. Let's see, my feature chat app is still loading, so I can unselect messages. Okay, if I do a clear, okay, now at least the messages go away, so I'm not going to bother with the chat highlighting anymore. Okay, anyone know how I can trigger the Xcode download thing to go before we go off to Xamarin Forms and start converting things? How do I trigger it? Where is my menu? Preferences, behaviors, product? No. I don't know, but I do need 13, so David was right, you do need Xcode 13. Do you have to go to the store? I'm a PC guy. Yeah, you may be right here. I'm a PC guy too, Aaron. I think I go both ways, which is a tricky thing to say at times, but I do go both ways. Our App Store. It's funny that they wouldn't let me just. I'm sure like there's there's a command line to get it. Xcode. No, it just says, oh, this is beta, so I can't get it from here either. I literally have to go to Apple and get 13 beta. All right. Jeez. Xcode 13 beta. Because it didn't show an update because none was available unless you wanted to jump onto this. Easy setup, of course. Let's see, how big are you? Oh boy, fine. You can have my email, internet. Oh, sure. Oh, come on. Where do I... It's on my iPhone. It didn't show me the word warning. Oh, it was showing it right there. Oh man. Uh-oh. So now I missed that code again. Sure. Okay, I had to be on my phone. Okay, now it's showing me on my phone here, okay? It's just so you know. 4, 9, 5, 6, 7. Alright. Yes. Yes. Okay, check that box. Yes. Oh, they're up to beta 3. Okay. Download. Okay, finally. It's only 9.8 gigs while I'm streaming, so what's the worst that can happen? Alright, so while that's going, we can still work with Preview 5, which is where we last left off, right? So all of this is nice, but we can't get to running them yet. So essentially what's new is a lot of things are turning green now in terms of their like status report. Gestures are back, so like the swipe, double tap those things. Clippings is a way we do like circular images, that's back. In MAUI, native alerts, so for iOS, Android, WinUI, you will get native alerts by just saying display alert, and it figures out what platform you're on. More love with the WinUI 3 Windows workloads and projects. So now it's just one extra project, not the MSIX package thing again. So a lot of good things, but we need Xcode before we can do that. So why don't we switch gears and look at something else. So let me pull up Visual Studio. And I hope Xcode beta installing doesn't mess with the Xcode that I already have. It shouldn't. So I was looking through all of the apps that I have, but this might be the simplest one to migrate, and I'll show you what it does. It actually is a real-time like chat app, and it kind of talks back to a little server So let me make this iPhone 11. Okay, so this is a simple, so SignalR is a real-time technology that we use to have communications back and forth between the web server and the clients. Oh, Aaron is saying Xcode install is like checking all the boxes. Yes. Yes. So what Aaron is referring to is in Visual Studio, when it says I want to install new bits, or you're installing it fresh for the first time, if you check all the boxes, it's like a 20 gig install. If you get every workload, everything that's under the sun, that's about the same as what Xcode is nowadays. Who cares about packet sizes anymore, right? We all have apparently faster internets. So yeah, that's going, Aaron. It's and look at that, I'm almost done. Because can you guess why? Because I have what is the, take a look at my speed here. Take a look, internet. I'm 1 gig up and 1 gig down most times. Not this time, looks like. Well, it's a little low, but I'm up there. So we are in a newer neighborhood where they actually have true fiber optic, not the fake ones where they still carry it over copper wires. This is true fiber optic up and down, and I have a line that comes into our basement, and then I spent a lot of time. I mean, you can see like I'm getting close to a gig, but I actually spend the time to drill some holes and have the line all the way up to the attic, and then it comes down right in my office. So like I have, like, this is pure like straight fiber optic from their box to my machine. So my speed is good, and we're done with Xcode install. Look at that. So let's see if we can unpack that thing, and while it's doing, we will do our examine forms. Yeah, and that is sweet. We lucked out, and it's actually fairly cheap. Like I have been on Spectrum, I have been on oh, what's the other provider? I forget in our area, but they are not good, and they charge you so much money. Like I pay about like $75, I think, which is like the best $75 I spend in a month. It is incredible speed when you are truly fiber optics. Okay, so it's doing its thing. We'll let it go do its thing. But in the meantime, here's what I wanted to show you. So this is a simple app where it's a Xamarin Forms app. I mean, I had Mac OS here, but let's stick to iOS. But what it does, and let me bump up the fonts here and bump up the fonts there. So what it does is just a simple app that does chat in real time with a server that's SignalR powered. Copperbeardy saying 1 gig compared to mine, that's fancy speed, but that's the downside of living in the rural areas. Yes. Now, I am also in a relatively rural area, like it's a suburb that's way outside, and Erie, Pennsylvania is not a very big town to begin with, but we lucked out. Like it's a new subdivision, and it's actually not a brand name company. It's a thing called VNet Fiber, and they're up and it's a local company, and they really want to get their word and their business out, so they actually laid down fiber optics for the whole subdivision, and everybody has the same company that they go to, and it works. So yeah, I'm happy. Okay, so what this is going to do is this is straight up XAML and C#, and what we are doing here is on this one page we are using the SignalR client. So this is our first barrier. Can .NET MAUI work with that NuGet package? So we are going to open up a connection. This one here is going to localhost, and then it sets it up so it can receive messages, and then it can also send messages. It does a little bit of handshake like this start async. So let's see if this works. And I actually have this app. I can show you what this app is, but I also have this app hosted on Azure. Let me pull this up. Maybe. Is this working? It's still doing it. Okay, so let me go onto my other computer and see if I can type it in for you folks. Sam SignalR backend dot Azure websites sites.net, if I'm typing that right. Yeah, so that's the hosted site. It's just a super simple hello world chat app, right? Doesn't do anything. But that's the one we're going to try to connect to and see if MAUI is chat is paused. No, wait, okay, there we go. So what this one does is, oh, there we go. Folks are watching. So we can say, and there's no authentication here, there is no filter here, folks, so please keep it clean. And it's a tiny server, so if you hammer it too much, it's just going to go down. So yeah, see that it's instantaneous. If you're, and I can pull up any number of browsers, and I can type, and it's right away. So that's the server we are connecting to. It's real time. So let's see if this will actually build. Oh no, I actually do need to change some code here, because this is pointed to my local machine, which is not what I want to do. So I'm going to copy that, come down, copy that, and we can turn this thing off. And instead of HTTP localhost 5001, I'm going to go to this guy. Aaron Stanley King is here. Hello world, yay. Okay, so I'm going to replace this whole thing. No, I think the chat hub, like that's the route that has to stay. But that's the web. I don't need double wax. So that, okay. So if I build this and run it, let's see what it does. And hopefully Xcode behind the scenes is not going to mess up the Xcode that it's there already. Done building, okay. If you're done building, let it go. All right. So now, if we run this, start. It should fire up on iOS. See if the server is still up. Yeah, should be. This is like one of the simplest apps that I think we should be ready to migrate. If it works with that NuGet package, we should be able to go. Okay, we are up, so we can do iOS. Now, keep in mind, this is a native Xamarin Forms app, so it works the same way on Android and iOS. We'll see iOS says hello world. There you go, instantaneous. And the web says hi a few times. Yep, right there. So you got web and iOS working in real time because it's SignalR client that just works everywhere. So simple, easy peasy stuff. So if I go back here and take a look, all that I'm doing here, this is all Xamarin Forms, right? Nothing here. I also had a dashboard page which does like more complex objects. We don't need to get into that. So let's just try getting this piece to work. So essentially the way this is set up is when I come into this page, this is the first page of the app. It does real-time stuff, so which is the chat setup, and then it connects. So on the chat setup, it's going to connect up to my backend, and it's going to look for this receive message, which is actually a method that we're declaring here on the client side. The method is also there on the server side. So the server calls into every connected client, and this is how we receive a message from the server, like this user says whatever. And whenever we do have to send a message, we take the user's text and message and we fire it off. This send SignalR essentially invokes this send message function that's on the server side. And I can show you this really quick. Let's see if I can pull up a new instance. Where is that? This one. This is the backend. I literally have this project running on Azure. So this is the chat hub, and it's using ASP.NET Chat SignalR. So this is the send message. This is what we are invoking from our iOS or Xamarin client, and then there is a This is the index HTML that gives us the input, the send buttons, which is exactly what's powering like this little UI here. And then there's chat.js, which has the receive message, and it has a send button. This is for the web to send its thing. And so every client has a send and a receive message. So that's how it works. Pretty simple. So I'm going to turn this off. Hold on, I'm going to turn this off. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so I think we're done with Visual Studio. We don't need that anymore because it's not going to work. VS for Mac, they are redoing a lot of the shell, a lot of the way it works. So MAUI support isn't there yet. It should be there in like next month and a half maybe. So if this is the app we are trying to move over to MAUI, the big question is like some of the UI parts, like the entry, the text boxes, buttons, labels, I think those are there in MAUI, but can it handle a NuGet package like this? So we'll find out. We shall find out. Okay, close, go away, there we go. Okay, and what is Xcode doing? Oh boy, it's still, how much is it? It like, took no time to download 10 gigs, but it's taking forever to unpack that thing. Okay, all right. So yeah, David wasn't right. Like, I mean, they should put it up right here, like at the very beginning. Do not try this unless you have Xcode 13, which they do mention, but it's like way down here somewhere. Yeah, 13 beta 1. Okay, and MAUI check cannot fix it because you have to get Xcode separately, and there are like user-based permissions on Mac that you need for Xcode. Okay, so let's see what MAUI Preview 5 can do for us. So if I do a .NET new, let me see if I even have the bits. Huh. Where are my MAUI templates? Something had blown away. They buried the lead for sure. Which lead? Oh, okay. So the Xcode lead. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, they should lead with that. But why can't I not create a new MAUI application? I have the last preview, because if I do a MAUI check, well, Xcode is installing. Probably should let it do its thing. Yeah, let it do its thing. So here's what happened. I ran MAUI check and it uninstalled Preview 5, right? Because it's trying to install Preview 6. And in trying to do so, it took away my MAUI template, because we can do .NET new MAUI, right? .NET new MAUI app. But they took it away so they could install Preview 6, and Preview 6 needs Xcode. So now we have like a race condition. And I don't think I can get the 5 MAUI check things back until Xcode 6 returns, and then MAUI check will reinstall the bits again. Okay, .NET new. I can't new up a new app on the CLI without that, and we don't have Visual Studio for Mac support yet, so we can't spin up a new MAUI app. But maybe we can play with something that's existing, maybe. Yeah, let's give it a try. So let's go back here. Let's give it a try here. So this is where I keep all my MAUI stuff, right? So I have like Preview 4, Preview 5, all the way back to Preview 1. So this is Preview 5, right? Let's see if I can run Preview 5. Maybe we can hijack that app and start building on it. So to run it, we will just have to do this for iOS, right? So we are going to be on this, and we can get a new terminal. Now let's see, did I blow away the things that it needs to even do the build? Yeah, it's trying. It's trying. No. Well, Maui check did blow away. Looks like some of the things it needs to do the build. Oh, come on, Xcode, just install so I can move on. This is what I get for trying out fresh bits live on the internet. What's taking so long to just... Come on. So I can't run the older thing because what it's saying is iOS that that SDK now requires iOS 15, which shipped with Xcode 13, which I don't have. Because if I have to go back, maybe it's going to be hard to undo the linker behavior to try to avoid the newer APIs. Where is the... Let's open up the CS proj. Where is my CS proj? Hello, Maui. Okay, let's take a look. What do they have? Okay, so NET 6, iOS, Android, Maui, could I? No, see, it's... No, that's still preview 5. I don't know how I can make it like not look for Xcode 3. Because it used to be like NET 6 iOS, like this is the workload that we installed for all of iOS, which worked fine prior to this MAUI Preview 6, because it's the first time they have the Xcode 3 or the iOS 15 dependency. Aaron is saying, is there a version option in the workload install? So if I wanted to use the workload stuff, but with the older version, I don't know. I don't know. Let's find out. So these are the workload installs. iOS SDK, changing iOS in a future release, no. Okay, do they mention anything in the... Because I can't even run this .NET check SDK. Well, will it do a .NET workload list? Okay, let's close this. .NET workload list, right? Yeah. Okay, so it does tell you that you have MAUI, but I don't know if there is versioning. Yeah. Is there help? Dash help? No. Okay, so .NET workload dash help. Oh, come on. Okay, .NET dash help. What is it? Okay, how about .NET? Oh, it's dash help. Oh, geez, sorry. .NET work, my bad. Workload help. So I can uninstall. I don't see a version. Search for available workloads, uninstall workload. So, I mean, we can uninstall the latest ones it got, but then I don't have a way of getting back to what they had before. And all because Xcode 13 is it stuck? Like, what is it doing for forever? All right, cancel. Okay. Maybe it's the archive utility that's getting hosed up. Okay, it's a xzip. Oh, now it's cleaning up. No, so Aaron, I don't see a versioning thing. that I can easily go back. So I might be stuck until I install Xcode 13, which is what it needs. See, I ran MAUI check before I did that, so it went ahead and cleaned up the last preview 5 bits and took away my template and took away my ability to build an existing project. Because here, all you have is just NET 6 iOS. There's no versioning here. Oh boy. So, I don't know. I don't know how to get around this. Can I run some of the older things? Like, what if I went way back to like preview 4? I think it may have messed up all of it. Let's try preview 4, okay? So here I am in my MAUI stuff. Preview 4. Okay. Can you do a build? Aaron is saying force -- would it be able to bypass the VS requirement? I don't know. Oh, now a bunch of complaints about Android. Because like preview 4 is going almost 2 months back. I don't know what they're depending on. How long does this thing take? And it doesn't even show me now. Hold on, can I just kill it? Okay, that is the default archive. This is going to be another glorious stream, isn't it? I think it was like 2 weeks back where I spent like an hour just trying to do a build and I couldn't. Might be another one of those things. But this thing is going, okay, verify the digital signature already. Come on, just give me this stuff. So when you say force, Aaron, I don't know how to force it. Can it repair a workload? So if I do a .NET workload list, oh, okay, so if I say .NET and commands workload repair, .NET workload repair MAUI. No, doesn't like MAUI. Why? Oh, so it's just .NET workload repair. Really? All right. Sudo. Okay. I'm hosing up my system again. Too many things. Whoa, it did a whole bunch of things. So it tried repairing all of those things and then failed on Microsoft macOS templates. Workload doesn't look like it has force. No, it doesn't. Some of the commands do have force, yeah. No, it is what it is. Like, it's repair, install, uninstall, that's it. So it doesn't look like it has force. How long does it take to unzip a thing? What isn't in that Okay, so I should have not done anything or not touched my MAUI installers or the workloads and just gotten Xcode 13 first. Because unless you get that Xcode 13, MAUI check doesn't want to come back and give you all the bits. Now it's going to do all of the things and tell us that I don't have Xcode 13. So it got all those workloads again, and there is no versioning as far as I can see. Like, it's literally like when you say Microsoft iOS SDK full, it is getting iOS manifest that preview 6.613. And I did get .NET 6 preview 6 installed, but that download Xcode 13. Okay. Excuse me. I can't do anything MAUI unless I get Xcode 13 because I blew away the last preview 5 bits. Oh, people. Sorry. I should have installed it. I should have read. I like casually read through it. I didn't know that it'll take so long to just get Xcode 13. I don't know. Do you really want to sit here and wait while I fix that? Because what I really wanted to do was just bring over that Xamarin Forms app. It should be easy enough as long as that NuGet package works. Foolish Never is saying restart the machine. That is the perfect thing to do. If I restart, I mean it's unzipping. It's doing its thing. It's just taking forever. So let's see, what will I lose? If I restart, you will still see my camera, and you will lose my desktop. Copperbeard is still here, can't find the Android emulators either. Copperbeard, I think my Android SDKs are not the most updated ones, but that's easy to fix. And that, I think MAUI check can actually go and get the Android bits, it just cannot get Xcode. And I don't normally run on Android. I like most of my testing I do on iOS, so I'm just a little behind on Android. I may have some of the emulators from like a few months back, so I'm not on the latest cutting edge. So ended up doing a lot of reinstalling. Yeah. So and this is kind of what MAUI wants to fix, because I have done Xamarin development forever, and you get out of sync very quickly if you're not paying attention, right? So iOS comes out with a new set of bits, Android comes out with new stuff, and excuse me, if you're not in sync, then you can't build and deploy to the latest emulators. Fool Snapple is saying if restart doesn't work, then yeah, let me just keep my stream on. I'm just gonna go run to Best Buy or something and just buy a new computer and see if I can get it to go. No, restart should fix it. But again, no, it's doing all the things. It's taking forever to install Xcode 13, which I did not plan for. Like, why does it take so long to just unzip? Yes, it's 10 gigs, but should be able to do that quicker. This is funny, Fool Snabble. Why not just like live my entire life on stream? I can go and buy a new laptop. I can install macOS and Xcode. Why not? Don't they just sell laptops with MAUI pre-installed? Yeah, that'll be something. It is. So I was talking to a PM at Microsoft, and they were saying how like engineers just give you the bits, and sometimes they will just email you the bits. The worst is when they say, like, when they give you a new laptop with the bits installed, like that's how flaky things are. That's how cutting edge things are, that they have to install it on a fresh machine to get the bits working. So yeah, early bits. Aaron is saying, agreed, the new processor and the new SSDs would be faster. This is a fairly beefy machine. I got this last year. This is a work laptop, obviously. But it's got all of the things you want, and the MacBooks last for a long time. So this one's, I got a new MacBook after like 4.5 years, so this is pretty up there. So, but not that. About. So check out the bits here. This is as beefy as it gets. It's got an 8-core Intel i9, 64 gigs of RAM. About half of it is given to Windows on as running as a VM. The Radeon Pro 550 8 gig video card, which is what you need when you are like capturing your video and churning it out, like I'm doing now. So Keepers for T is asking, what is a bit? Oh, like the size, like a gigabit, a gigabyte, that bit, like 8 bytes make up, actually, I'm not sure how many, okay. Let's do a search. What is a bit? Not Bitcoin. A bit is the most basic information of computing. It's a binary digit. The bit represents the logical state, so it's yes, no, 0 or 1. And what's the relation between a byte and a bit? I think it's 8, right? How many bits in a byte? 8, yeah, so 8 bits make up 1 byte. 1,000 bytes make up 1 kilobyte. 1,000,000 bytes make up 5, right? So that's 1 gigabyte. Yes. Full channel listening, get the latest version of the install. Yeah. Bits is slang for files or latest build. Yes, I see. I see. Okay, so I'm stuck until Xcode 13 will eventually unpack itself and install. I can't do anything. And I can't force it to go back to the last previews. So this is going to be another gorgeous stream where you get to all laugh at me because I can't even build. I can't even get the bits unless I can get this to go. Because I can't run Weather 21 because I'm sure they have uploaded or upgraded that to NET 6. Well, this actually points you to the same file. First time is, can you inspect the I/O to see what it is doing? Oh, actually that is good. Is there an antivirus watching the uncompress? Huh. Hang on. How do I find out? Let's go look at... Haha, Lance is here in the chat room. And Lance is talking about something that we just hate. We have Cisco. We have Cisco, and that messes up a lot of things for us. Let's go look. Let's go look. Now, and it's there for a good reason. It just gets in the way of a lot of different things. Where is my... There. Okay. Lens, full channel saying there's some perform tool in macOS, but I don't remember. Perfmon, this is it. This is the activity monitor. Okay, so what is taking so much? I don't think I have Cisco running because I got really tired of that lens, and it was stopping me from doing something. So I cannot get on VPN right now. Because I blew away the AnyConnect. The AnyConnect thing was trying to monitor all of my network, and I was like, no, I want to do my stuff. So I'm sure our IT hates us, but I had to blow it away because of what it does. So I'm going to... Yeah, no, see, I blew away Cisco AnyConnect. But the Cisco thing, so they have a thing called JAM-F, which is kind of much more low level. You can't bypass that when you get a machine from IT. So I think they have that Cisco thing running no matter what. You cannot stop it. But it doesn't look like it's getting in the way. So what is... perhaps they're punishing you now for not using Cisco. Yes, yes. You get only 5%, which is like when you think about an investment that a company makes, like to get a laptop. I mean, this is not cheap. This is like $3,000 plus laptop, and then you are stifling us by not giving us the full performance, which is not good. So we have had lots of discussions about this. AU helper service 300% of the CPU. Yes, and I have no idea what that is. What is the AU helper? If I kill it, because this is the archive utility. Can I just kill it? Quit. Oh wait. Force quit. It comes back. Yeah, I have no idea what AU helper service is, but it's gone. Let's see if it comes back. Oh no, it's doing it. No, Alexa, I'm not talking to you. I have my voice assistant sitting next to me, and it woke up. Alright, come on. We're done with it. Thank you for your help, chat room, and just bearing with me while I install stuff. This is so. I think Lance saw it one time. Like I've installed Visual Studio. Today I've installed Xcode. Apparently, all on stream. And beyond that, I'm going to just like wipe out my PC or laptop and like Full Snapple was saying, like go get a new laptop if I have to on stream. Why not? It's doing its thing. Finish. I have a meeting at 11 Eastern. It can wait a little bit. It's a team meeting. They know that I'm on stream. So Lance, I don't know if you joined. Like CPU looks good. Check disk IO. Disk IO. Does it not? Is something else blocking it now? Come on. It's chugging. It doesn't look bad. You need a new laptop, obviously. Oh, so Aaron Stanley King is pointing out that AU helper service is Apple Tech help service. That's normal. It's normal that you will just chew through so much of CPU. Yeah. Oh, come on. I read that it's something to do with verifying the files that can be slow for Xcode. Lance is saying especially 3 times the total possible amount. Thanks, Apple. Yeah. There are so many things that are running. You know what is funny? We are kind of enablers of this to see what's going on. So we have Fiddler, right? You folks know about Fiddler. It's a network proxy, so nothing escapes it. You literally see every network thing going back and forth. So you keep Fiddler on, and you're going to see all of the calling home that Apple does, that Visual Studio does, that so many apps they just call home, and there's just non-stop traffic. And speaking of Cisco and JAM-F, like all of the things that IT puts on your machines, like they call home. They are non-stop doing things. And I'm like, what are you carrying? And then some of it is HTTPS, and if you have some certs, you can actually go look inside of it. But I think most companies and ITs have become a little wary of trying to stay too much on top of things and just trying to micromanage what you're doing. Full Time is saying, I tend to blame Electron whenever things are slow. Yes, Electron is to blame. It's actually gotten better, but like Visual Studio Code, it's I think the best Electron app out there, because it's so like it still can get out of hand, but compared to like Slack or Figma or anything else, like VS Code is really well mannered in how it uses Electron. Okay, folks, I am stuck. I have no idea when this is going to finish and what it's going to need to finish. Spotify also takes up things. Yeah, I don't run Spotify. You know what? I think, like Full Snapple said, I think I might just have to do a restart. I don't know what it's doing, why it cannot install Xcode. Lance is saying, you're probably better off killing it and starting over. Let it run while you're in your 11th meeting. You're not, no, it's a team meeting. I was like, am I going to meet Lance on my next meeting? Well, Lance is a busy man with his support. So thank you for all that you do, Lance, and Aaron for supporting our customers. Yeah, calls is what we do for a big chunk of our day. So I think I got to bail here, folks. And hopefully this installs and I can come back as a fresh new man next time with Xcode 13. Should have started with this. IT always work. No, it's IT is good. IT is what keeps us going, and it helps out folks when they need help, but they just sometimes get in the way of us doing things, which is all good. Restarting the machine, the sweet button. Yeah, I probably need to restart and just get it to install. So I do apologize, and yeah, this was a fun conversation for all of you also complaining about the same things that I complain about. Yeah, good luck and thanks for going through all the pain. I'm here for all the pain, Aaron. I do this every time Maui ships a new release. I start up a stream and just nothing works. I cannot even build for an hour, which is fine. Okay, folks, I'm going to stop here and fix this, and then I'm going to come back and get Maui Preview 6 working. Okay. All right, folks, that's it from me this time around. I'll see you next stream. Okay. All right. Bye-bye for now.